Seeing the video, it just reminded me about how our correctional officers bravely put their lives on the line in conditions that feel like they're getting worse and worse and worse every day.
Today, in the advocacy taking place by UCOSAC is so important to shed light on the workplace challenges that officers face. I really do believe that if there's one group of public servants that need a bit of a break from the federal government, it is our correctional officers.
De voir avec les mises en situation qu'on a vues dans les différentes vidéos, ça démontre vraiment que c'est un environnement de travail qui est très difficile, qu'il y a du danger à chaque coin de mur, il peut y avoir un danger qui survient. On ne sait jamais quelle réaction un prisonnier peut avoir, donc il peut avoir une arme dissimulée. Donc les agents de service correctionnel doivent toujours être sur le qui-vive. Et ça demande un niveau de stress qui est quand même assez intense. Donc c'est important de le réaliser, de le comprendre aussi lorsqu'on parle d'un environnement de pénitencier, c'est un environnement qui est totalement différent d'un environnement civil autre.
I think the biggest thing that you feel when you watch it is that the correctional officers, who are really, as you say here, behind the walls, right? People don't know that they're doing this work day in and day out to keep people safe. It's not fair for them to have these working conditions, because now what you're going to end up having is you're going to have psychological as well as physical injuries as a result of the poor programming that's in place.
I can imagine the mental health toll on top of the incidents, of course, which may make headlines and get filled out in the incidents report. But just the work that would be done on a daily basis is certainly, must be an incredibly draining thing. And certainly correctional officers and those on the front line certainly deserve our support.
On demande un contrôle de soi-même. Comment rester toujours sécuriser la personne, dire on est là pour vous. On est là pour vous aider, on est là pour votre bien. Puis en même temps, on sait qu'il y a des enjeux extrêmes en termes de violence.
Well, it was an incredibly immersive experience. A couple of years ago, I did tour a couple of federal institutions, but this gave me a view that was not like that at all. And I think one of the things that really struck with me is just how many different things and variables that correctional officers have to be thinking about and keeping their eye on in what is a very rapidly evolving environment. So, in that time when someone was engaged in self-harm in the cell, or when there was a fight breaking out in the area where the general population was hanging out, what was incredible was that while you could stay focused on the issue at hand, you also had to kind of keep an eye over your shoulder about what other inmates were doing, what your colleagues were being taken care of. And it seems like such an incredibly stressful work environment, having to keep all those variables in mind and coordinate with your colleagues in a very rapidly evolving situation.
Ce que je voudrais tout simplement dire, c'est qu'il faut être conscient des risques que des personnes qui travaillent pour les pénitenciers. Il faut leur donner les outils pour pouvoir bien faire leur travail et de les protéger, tout en protégeant les bénéficiaires ou les criminels, si on peut employer l'expression. Mais il faut aussi penser en premier lieu aux agents correctionnels qui pourraient donner leur vie pour servir. Alors, ne nous rendons pas là.